This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They are excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. This is Gaylord, Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. So the Oklahoma Sooners kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The transfer has it his first carry. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. Let's step back here and look at the big picture for Indiana. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And caught, and he's got room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And obviously huge shoes to fill if you're Indiana's offense this season, having to replace a Heisman Trophy winner in Fernando Mendoza, David. And it's not going to be easy. And obviously you go to the portal and you try to bring the next guy in. But honestly, when you look at Indiana's quarterback play, it goes even beyond Fernando Mendoza to Curtis Rourke the year before that. They have been so consistent at this position as of late.
Yeah, and I think with Indiana proving who they are now as a program, like if you come here as a quarterback, you're going to have success. You're going to take a leap, a Fernando Mendoza type leap, right? Like where he was a good player, he became a great player. So people are going to continue to line up to play in a smart, efficient offense where you're going to have a lot of success.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Indiana! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Looks it in. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nowhere to go.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to...
Intercepted! Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Here's a give to Robinson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Look out! He's going to run it. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Robinson. Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. And they swarm him under.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Got a man in the middle. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after.
Makes the grab in their space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And how about this running back, man? Coming into the game, we knew he would be a focal point of this offense. But through the air, like, not on the ground right now. They're finding ways to get him the football out in space to do some damage. And right now, it's all through the air.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Fake wants to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights, it's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Knocked down immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Escapes the pressure to his right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive, and to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's...
Makes a grab and room to run. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Sets his feet. It's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle.
Gain of 17 on the play. First down for the offense.
And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Tough run here. It's Richard. Might have a chance. That gives him 54 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. The snap sets up to throw. Rolls right. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Hoosiers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and...
Touchdown, Indiana! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the extra point was good. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He's got it on the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Drops back. It's Mateer. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Richard. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run him again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Robinson. There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Long way to go on second down. Handoff to Xavier. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Hits inside. It's Richard. On the move at the 30. Out to the 35-yard line, and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. He's now piled up 68 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Out wide right, it's shot. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Back open in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Up-tempo for the offense. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Preston. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Running inside, it's Richard. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. He wants it all. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score. On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gap.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps on 4th down. He'll pull it down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. Keeping his eyes downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll move the wide receiver. Got some green grass. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 2nd and long here. This time they'll throw it. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Preston. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he gets rid of it.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Off play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. The Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running the red zone, it's Richard. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
This is an offense that takes a lot of pride in their third down execution. They've done an outstanding job of that here in this drive. They've got the lead. We're in the third quarter. And they're thinking to themselves, we can ice this thing if we can score another touchdown. We can put so much pressure on the opponent if we keep converting these third downs. Really good job there by the QB in this offense.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet now.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Turning it on. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Left side, it's Martin. Could not make his way to the corner. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Gives him a little breathing room, picks up 5, and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the RPO, got him. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Xavier again. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
To the air, it's Mateer. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Keeps it himself, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Motion from the wide receiver. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the wide out. Out wide left, it's Becker. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. And the Hoosiers have taken it inside the 20. Trying to run, it's Martin. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Down he goes. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo. Turns into the pile. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice, give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. And the Hoosiers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Blaylock. Just keeps moving. Turns it on in midfield. Flying out to the left. 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Beal. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. It just needs...
And they get him for the sack. It looked as if he was going to be well protected, but this defense stayed after him. It'll be fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. He splits the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Martin. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50. The 30. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Pretty rare to see an inside run like that go for such a big gain.
Yep, no trick 'em. That was just straight fire off the ball, hit you in the mouth, great blocking up front, creating the big hole for the running back to run through. Then you got to get that fast sucker on the ground.
Got a little grip, got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Robinson one more time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Back's got it on the screen. That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.